Hello, I am Aiden Martin. Today, finally, I get to review El Primo Re, or in English, The First King. It is about a movie that I've been wanting to watch for a while now that just came out in the past year. That goes over the founding of Rome and the legend of the two brothers Romulus and Remus. During the 8th century BC. Let's begin, shall we? Rather than where it usually starts, being, of course, with Romulus and Remus's birth, it instead begins when they are already fully grown, or at least 18, basically my age. And they are now shepherds, and they were tending their sheep, and it was on a rainy day, and then all of a sudden they end up losing everything to a flood that then drifts them away to a rival village. And of course, the flood ends up drowning their sheep. And then when they arrive on side the river, of course with some warriors from the rival town or village, or neighboring village, they were then captured, they were then caught and enslaved and taken down to some pit with all the other captives. And I mean, sure, and in some areas it is a little over the top, but at least overall, we actually get to see what the villages of pre-Roman Central Italy looked like. And sure, there could be a little bit more stone structures, and also how the people looked and such, and or in that or in that case, what they were like. And even though sure they could use more bright colors such as red, yellow, green, and blue, rather than dull colors like brown and black, which seems to have become a cliche now. When of course they were when of course they were not animals. They were human beings like we are. They loved color. They bathed. They in reality, and they also often took great care or took great pride in their appearance. So yeah, ancient peoples were human beings, not animals. And so of course they are then forced to literally mud wrestle against each other, and whoever lose was put into some little pit or some hole with a fire in it. But when Romulus and Remus were forced to face against each other, they then ended up helping all the other captives escape and steal all the guards' weapons, and also the Vestal Virgin as a sign of religious importance. And even though despite being mostly a very realistic, which is how there are hardly any fantastical elements involved, but still has plenty to do with the religious aspect of Rome. When I mean, of course, we all know they were a very, very religious or very pious people. And I'm sure you could figure out what's happened, of course, as in the legend. How, of course, after they defeated their uncle, after they defeated some rival warriors, and then it ends with Romulus and Remus fighting in a duel, and then Romulus killing Remus. So overall, when I think about it, fantastic. Really, I would personally, the only flaw there would be probably be the fight scenes being being very, like, the fight scenes are very hard. As I would agree with Survive the Jive, of course you can watch his review on it. It's way better than mine anyway. I would agree with him. Like, they are pretty hard to take seriously, and they are very cartoonish, like. And how they're. Let me show you how they fight. Like, when they were trying to escape. But still, other than that, everything else is top notch. And I mean, for a film with a budget of only $7 million, it's really top notch in terms of quality. And I mean, and the thing is, being that it is made by an Italian company, so of course it makes sense. Now, finally, they are played by real Italians instead of British being English, or even, for crying out loud, Scottish actors, for crying out loud. But still, everything's top notch. And yeah, at first you would think that it would suck, but still. I recommend you should watch this before you watch this review. You would not be disappointed, I'm sure. Overall, it gets a 9 out of 10. I'm Ian Martin. As usual, thanks for watching.